What up, players? WarbossTae up in this mug. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well out there. It's a great time to be painting miniatures because it's 109 degrees where I am today. There's nothing I want to be doing outside of the house. And even in the garage, it's like even hotter in the garage. There's no circulation. I don't have any kind of climate control in the garage. It's like an oven out there. So there's no way I'm going to be painting there. That's why I'm in my corner table here. The lady boss was nice enough to lease me the corner table in her office, to which I will be paying her back in household chores and lots of back rubs and smoochies. So I'm not going to be in the garage. If you do see me filming at my table, then it's because, like last night, it's cool enough at night for me to go out there and do some videos, but no way in the daytime. I'm going to be working here whenever I have the time to work. And what have I been working on? My Heroes of Hobbyton miniatures. Heroes of Hobbyton is a game that I developed for my patrons, and it's just a way of me saying thank you to my patrons. The goal is I want to paint up a model for every single one of my patrons, everyone who is a patron of WarbossTae Studios, and then with their retinue that they can recruit through in-game tokens, I'm going to be taking glamour shots, publicity photos of them, and then putting them into a collage video at the end of all of my videos. So instead of seeing a patron thank you page that just lists names, which you'll see on most YouTube creators' channels, I really want to have a cinematic, like slideshow of my patrons' miniatures, and they pick their colors and their designs, and I'm really excited to work on each of them. So we've got Perry, Darth Torlin, Pix, Michael Motzi, Dicey Guy, and Play It Painted, who I'm going to be working on this weekend to lay out the base coats for. And here we've got Mr. Sprinkle on his horse. Again, we're just working on base coats. If I can get some washes down or do some extra thing like freehand, then I will. But I definitely want to get everybody set to go by August. I want to have this video done by August, which is a tall order, along with my city guard here, just laying out the base coats again. Giving everybody a different color uniform, but the unifying thing for all of them is going to be the design on the shield. I've decided, after lots of trial and error, to go with a very classic red and white halved shield look. So even though there's no uniform, they're all wearing their own clothes, and with whatever weapons the city has decided to give them, and some leather jerkins and jackets, they're all going to be having that red and white halved shield design. So yeah, that's the goal. This weekend I want to work on these guys as much as possible because Sunday is the start of Shark Week. And while normally I don't really care about that kind of thing, this year I've decided to build up the Leviathan Space Marines, which just released, and I want to paint them up as space sharks, Carcharodons. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm going to be using the hashtag Space Shark Week. And I'm going to be making videos on that. So everything else is going to kind of have a week off. I know I'm working. I see you, Sentinel. I know you're there. I know I have to paint you in a tutorial. I see you. And I'm also working on the Drukhari for the rest of July, which I think I am pretty on track for. But for June, I still got to paint these 3 vampires. You might have seen a little tutorial online for Prince Duval here. Very happy with how he came out, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous with how he was gonna come out on video, especially using this setup here, which is not the best. It's not ideal. The lights are very, very shadow heavy. They're glaring. I don't have my regular setup from outside, so I'm very, very pleased with how he came out. And you can see the videos for his red armor as well as his creepy, spooky skin. And I'm currently doing the voiceover for the entire tutorial from beginning of the model to where it is here at the end. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming out. But yeah, this weekend the focus is on painting up the rest of the city guard, getting base coats finished on everybody. Then I'll talk about like Mr. Sprinkle's horse and his kit and everybody's designs once I've freehanded some of them on. There's a lot to do because I really want to knock out a Space Shark Week while the Shark Week is going on. And I think it's so hilarious to have a Space Marine chapter that has like Polynesian style tattoos, tribal tattoos, as well as just the lore that they're they're like space sharks. Their skin turns out looking all leathery and dark. And thanks, Leo Mini. I didn't know that in the lore. I think I read it. I've got the Bad Dab War book where they're featured. I haven't read it in such a long time though. I just remember their qualities as being very, very like savage and brutal, and their special characters are very, almost like world eaters level bloodthirsty. So I'm really looking forward to painting them up, and I'm going to be doing tutorials on them hopefully, because Leviathan is it's a box set. It's not only the 10th edition of Warhammer, but it's going to be the starter set for a lot of new hobbyists out there. And if you are new to the hobby, I know a lot of you watching this, a lot of you have followed me for years, don't need to hear this, but if you are a new hobbyist, a new gamer, new to miniature gaming, then painting your miniatures, it's very daunting. You know, it's very intimidating. And I'm sure all of you who have been painting for years agree with me that when you start in this hobby, there is so much out there. There's so many resources out there that you could get lost in, and you could go into YouTube and just type how to paint something, and a dozen videos are going to pop up. Hopefully mine will be one of them, but I can understand where you're going to take a look at the not White Dwarf anymore. It used to be we would flip through White Dwarf, go to the heavy metal section, and try to copy the paint schemes because they would have all the colors they used. Nowadays, you can literally just go on YouTube and follow a painting guide. But the tricky thing is, a lot of content creators out there, especially Warhammer Games Workshop themselves, their video painting guides consist of them telling you what the color is, maybe giving you a couple words of advice on how to apply it, and then maybe doing a couple of paint strokes, but then jumping to the next step. And my videos have always been about helping people by showing you the full picture from front to finish, which is what I did with Prince Duval. It's what I do with all of my painting tutorial guides. And it's not ideal for those of us who watch YouTube on the go and are looking for a quick solution to a problem, but my videos are for people who want to paint and want to relax and hang out and paint along with someone. You know exactly how long the video is going to be when you load it up, and you should see at the end of what I'm working on. I always put that at the beginning of my videos so you could see how far I'm going to get. I think it's good if you're a new painter and you want to see how much can you accomplish in a short amount of time. What techniques can you learn? I'm planning on breaking up my videos and showing clips of certain things instead of making completely separate videos. So that's why you saw Prince Duval had a red armor video guide and a skin guide. I took the clips out of my full-length tutorial and I made those because maybe you want to paint some world eaters, or you want to paint some blood angels, and you just want to know how I painted my armor, or you're working on some crypt ghouls or something, or Drukhari, some dark Eldar, and you wanted to know how I painted Prince Duval's skin, but you don't really want to know how I painted anything else. I'm going to be doing more focused videos like those, and that's just going to take me a little longer because I'm going to be pulling the actual clips from the full-length hour-long painting guides. All right, so speaking of which, I have to get back to recording the voiceover for my hour-long Prince Duval video. If you've got an hour to spare this weekend, I hope you check it out. I hope you just turn it on, let it play in the background while you're painting. And remember, you don't have to paint everything perfectly. I think this is something we don't hear often enough as Warhammer painters, or miniature painters in general. You don't have to make the box art on your first go. Just get the paint onto the models and see what you've got. And then you'll see where you are, and you'll realize once you've painted your model, you'll realize, oh, I really need to learn how to do skin better, or I really need to figure out how to make this leather look more realistic. Then you can look for those painting guides specifically, and you'll know what you need to work on. All right, just a little bit of Friday motivation for all of you. I hope you're having a great day. Don't forget to stand up and stretch, drink a glass of water, and don't get too heated out there. Let's have a great weekend, and we'll see you over in the Discord. Links below in the description. Hey, if you'd like to be a hero of Hobbyton, get a miniature painted up. We could talk about what design you like, what kind of colors you like. All you have to do is join my Patreon. The link's down below for that in the description as well. Latest players.